Hello, and welcome back to the channel. As you can see here, we're at the start of a new Kit Quest career mode. So it's the introductory video, so I'm just going to introduce the team, player, kit, look at the board goals and all that stuff. So as you can see here, we're in FIFA 21 again. Kind of doing something a little fun. Going to a league I've never played this before, going to the Portuguese league. We are playing as Sporting. So should be fun, new league, kind of interesting team. In terms of tactics, obviously it says the formation there says 3-5-2, but it's more of a three, like the classic Amarim 3-4-3. Because obviously Amarim kind of made his name here at Sporting before he moved to Man United. But as we're playing the 3-4-3, so you got three center backs, kind of two DMs, wing backs, two like attacking mids, and a striker. And there are a couple options here potentially who the Quest player is. That you can see here in the starting lineup, but I'm gonna go into the squad hub to show off who it is. You can see here, I guess another interesting point is their squad is massive, 43 players. So we're going to have to trim that down, potentially. But scroll down. Boom. Here we go. Yes, the Kit Quest player this time around is Pedro Porro, as I'm still kind of working through the Europa League winning squad, try and get a kit for each player so I can have like try to do potentially like a lineup picture or something. Or like a big picture with like all the kits from each player as part of Spurs' Europa League winning squad. So we haven't done one for Pedro Porro yet. I figured Sporting would be a fun one because their thing is like one nickname is the Lions. Because our FGO manager is Nero, who has like a line in their Final Ascension art. So I was like, all right, kind of mix it up in terms of trying to do another Team for Italy, do something fun, cause like with Team here. So the kit is actually the same kit he's wearing here, though, which was their home kit that season. Obviously, 2020-21 season was kind of a big year for Sporting. That's when they obviously won the league for the first time in a long time, which is why kind of Amarim became pretty like kind of big, yeah, like bigged up as like a potential like future elite manager. So he won the league with them for the first time in like a long time in 2020-21 season, and then they also won. I'm guessing I don't. So they have the two cup. They have like Portugal has two different cups. At least they did then, and it's like hard to tell. They won the cup. I don't know if it's like would you would consider it the like the equivalent of the like the FA like which one is like more equivalent to the FA Cup versus the Carabao Cup in England. So obviously as a Spurs fan I'm more familiar with. But they won the Taça da Liga, which is the one where it's just the teams from the top two divisions that year. And in the that final, they won 1-0, and Pedro Porro scored the winning goal. So it's going to be the home kit with the cup kind of set up in terms of patches and stuff. But it's also guys from the same season they won the league, but it's going to be kind of set up from the cup because Porro scored like the winning goal in the cup that year. So obviously should be a guaranteed is going to be successful in some way because obviously they won the league that year. But if we kind of look here at that's kind of just a limitation for it because EA is kind of lazy, and also because it's just licensing and stuff. If we go here standings, go to competitions. Obviously we have the league here. What is it? Yeah, it has the right amount of teams and everything in it. But there's only one cup, which they call the Taça Portuguesa, which does not really help me out because that's not what either one is. I guess that first one's called the Taça de Portugal. I guess is that like the closest, is that like closer in name? Like if I like open this on Wikipedia, is that like one of the names or whatever? Yeah, I'm guessing that's what so this is the equivalent of that, which is not what the one they won that year. Okay, so the cup they won is not in the game. It sucks, but I guess that means this cup here is an opportunity for us potentially, because obviously, remember from the two FC 25 ones to Spurs, where they had already won, they'd won the Europe, like where they'd won the Europa League. So them winning the league kind of counts, but doesn't count as us winning a trophy. It does in the sense if we go the entire career mode, that's the only trophy we win. We'll consider it a success, but in order to try and finish it, we're going to try and actually win the league this year, where they went on like a 32 match unbeaten run. So it's literally I have to play like every match except like one or two. Like that's not true. So they drew a bunch of They drew like a handful of matches. But I had to pretty much play every single match because they literally lost one match in the league that year to Benfica on the second to last day of this match week of the season. But I guess I have to play almost every match in the league. So what I might do, because I know we're gonna win the league, is instead of actually playing all the matches, might like if we have like a decent enough gap, like quick sim some of the matches just to kind of move things along quicker because we know we're gonna win the league this year. It's not like like the last one at Atlanta where I wanted to play the matches because we Atlanta didn't win the league that year. So yeah, so we're gonna sim all the like sim some of the matches, see how that goes. But yes, the league we won, so the opportunities for basically the trophy in this first season is just the cup, because also this cup here, because they don't have the cup that they won isn't here for them, which wouldn't really have the whole Kick Quest thing either, so it doesn't really matter in that sense. But they also, you can see here at Europa League, they don't have like the kind of qualifying and playoffs and stuff, because obviously they didn't making into the Europa League they lost in the playoff round to like an Austrian club, but it would have been fun to at least try to get in, but we don't even have that opportunity. It's really just whatever teams, I guess probably all potentially with licensing issues. That team they lost to, I don't even see in here, because I'm guessing they don't have the Austrian league in FIFA 21. So it's kind of annoying, but it is what it is. Kind of coming to soccer later and being on playing these games on console pretty much is you don't have like. So I'm guessing there's probably mods and stuff that will like add a lot of these leagues and stuff in, but we are on console, so it is what it is. We gotta deal with what we gotta deal with. But yeah, so basically our opportunity to fill where there's here's the cup, which we might have a good chance of winning, considering this team seems pretty strong. But yes, that's kind of player, the kit, the team. And kind of see next is like the last kind of thing is looking at the board objectives here before you kind of wrap up. So if we look at them here, first one, sign at least 3 players under 20 with a high potential, I guess is not that unreasonable per se. The second one, not going to happen at all because we don't really do the youth academy stuff. But the problem, I guess, actually, let's go back out here a second. As you look here, our finances, our transfer budget is only 21.56, basically 21.5 million euros. And if you look at kind of our objectives here, obviously, so 320 under 20, that's not would be that hard because you can sign like a bunch of young players, high potential for like under a mil, around a mil or two each. But the problem here is obviously 15 games, at least the goal scorer in the home match. That's going to be easy because you won almost every league match. But then the bottom one, replace 3 players in the team, is you have to replace like guys in your. I don't even right now how it works, because these objectives are like mystifying sometimes. But like my brief research on like Reddit and stuff seems like you're supposed to like basically like sell like a first team player and then sign someone else to replace them, or sign someone of a higher overall than whoever the game considers. Because I mean, when you sign players, it usually pulls up like the starting 11 is like, oh, are they good enough or not? Like the player in that same position, are they like higher overall? But because they only have 20 million and the team is pretty good, I have no idea how that's going to be completed, so you probably won't complete that one. Then financial, keep player salary growth under 25%. Shouldn't be too bad. And then within the same season, sign 2 crucial players, make a profit of 50 mil. The 50 mil profit probably won't be a problem depending on how much like the prize is for winning the league and stuff. But then sign 2 crucial players, again, don't really know how it's going to happen. Another success is win the league title, which we're going to do. Then we win this cup, which they got knocked out in the 5th round of the cup. But they also entered in the 3rd round versus the 1st round like they did there, because like this cup, I'm guessing, has like pretty much every team in Portugal. 165 clubs in it, because it's all the teams from the top. How does this exactly work? Yeah, so there's like it's a lot of teams that are obviously going to be in the game, so I don't know how it's going to work. But they got in the 5th round, but we'll see how many rounds there are. But I guess we'll see how it goes there. But yeah, so the league should be hard. The cup, that'll be our opportunity to potentially make this a one-season wonder. And continental success, obviously, there's nothing for technically not in Europe in the game. So yeah, so the problem is you clean the objectives. If you look at the squad here, like it's pretty solid. Like the goalkeeper, like I have like 8 players in the 80s, high like upper mid 70s, high 70s. So like replacing them with better players when our transfer budget is only like 21 mil. So I was like, all right, looking at the squad, I was like, let me see if I can sign Porro to like initially we'll sign Porro and then I'll be it. Unless we like sell players or whatever. But if you look at his financial, his value is like way more than our budget. and there's like no way Man City's gonna like be like, yeah, we're gonna take like 60%, whatever the percentage of his value, to let you sign him. So signing and stuff, no idea what I'm gonna do. So honestly, I might just stick with pretty much the squad that we have and kind of see what happens with it and try to just win the cup, and that'll be it. But yeah, who knows? I guess I'm gonna like kind of see as I go, and you guys will find out in the next episode, which will be the 2020-21 season recaps. Hopefully you enjoyed this intro video, and hopefully you'll check that out as well. Thank you.